We all have 24 hours in a day. Every person has 1,440 minutes or 86,400 seconds each and every day. Within each hour, minute, or second, there most likely is something we are trying to accomplish, whether that is a project for work, a personal activity, or trying to fall asleep at the end of the night. But before we get underway with our day, before we run into the office, fight traffic to get to work, or start scrolling through social media, I've always believed that we as people deserve to have time to ourselves first thing in the morning. Time to turn our brains on and start the day, time to figure out how we want to structure our days, and time for a morning routine. I used to be someone who would jump out of bed and would immediately head to whatever the task was at hand I had to do that day. I was never much of a late riser in college because I was always working full-time while going to school full-time. So while I was working during my undergrad, I wouldn't go into work until 1:30 in the afternoon. I was still up very, very early each and every day so that I could study and get homework done. But my issue was, and I didn't realize this at the time, was I never gave myself time to work on myself or have a morning routine. I would jump right out of bed, eat breakfast, run off to the gym, then head to the library, right to work, and then go to sleep and start the entire day all over again. It wasn't until the past couple of years I realized how important it really is to take a little bit of time for yourself each and every morning, to really focus on yourself and to allow your brain to turn on. So what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about what I do with my morning routine and what I do that I think is very effective, that sets me up for success and to be productive each and every day. If you guys have been enjoying this, please make sure to like and subscribe as always. Come on, it's free and it's for a good cause. This is going to be a little bit more of a personal video. It's not going to be more of a storytelling type video like I've done the past couple of videos that you've seen for the last month or so. So let's just roll with it. The first thing I do every morning is obviously wake up. I usually set my alarm for either 5 or 6 a.m. depending on what exactly I have going on that day. And I really enjoy getting up this early. I still get up this early even on the weekend. And sometimes I even wake up a little before 5 a.m. mainly because I like being awake while everyone else is asleep. Like I've mentioned before, I've always been more of a morning person, and I find just being up a couple hours before everyone else, before all the craziness of the day, such as traffic, deadlines, and other things begins, I think it's really important I have a little bit of time to myself, just myself, to really enjoy the moment, gather my thoughts, and think. I do use my phone as an alarm, which I know is pretty bad and probably not the best, but I keep it on the other side of the room. This way I actually have to get up and get out of bed to turn off the alarm. I can't just hit snooze or bring it into bed with me and start Googling things. Next thing I do is take a shower for 10 minutes. And yes, I do time it, and you're going to find out why in a second. I start off first with a 5-minute hot shower. I would really like to get a sauna eventually and use that instead of a hot shower, but I really don't have the space for one right now, and plus they're expensive, so I'm going to wait a little bit on that, and a hot shower will do. Next, the latter half of this 10-minute period, I take a freezing cold shower. I am serious. There's a lot of reasons I do this. I've learned a lot from listening to Andrew Huberman, as well as doing a lot of reading on my own in general, but there is a lot of information out there that indicates cold showers are healthy for your immune system, metabolism, release of dopamine, epinephrine, and if you are watching this and thinking that is all complete crap, I think we can all agree at the very least it will wake you up. Once I get out of the shower, this is when I'll go back into my room, make my bed, and I'll meditate for 10 minutes. There really are so many benefits to meditation that I was completely unaware of. For the longest time, I thought meditation was stupid. I thought it was some weird activity people do. I don't know where I got this stereotype from, but after trying it for about a year, I can honestly say that it's changed my life. Meditation does so much for your health, from bringing you back to the present moment, to helping you with anxiety, to controlling your emotions. I truly don't believe there isn't a reason why everyone shouldn't be meditating regularly, in my opinion. And I like to do this in the morning because it helps me set the tone for the rest of the day. If I have a long day of meetings and work and whatever the case may be, just giving myself a few minutes to just sit there and breathe goes an extremely long way. Once I finish meditating, this is usually the point in my morning routine where I start to journal. And this allows me to gather my thoughts even more. I usually start off journaling with something called homework for life, which is a concept I stole from the book Storyworthy. Basically what this is pick the best part of your day and write it down, whatever it is. However, in the book Homework for Life, usually this is done at night before bed. I personally did this for a while, but I enjoy doing it in the mornings a lot more for the previous day, because I felt when I was doing it before bed, I would just write down the first thing that came to mind so I could go to bed. As opposed to doing it in the morning, I will sit and think about all the positive things that I enjoyed from the day before, and I feel like it just puts me in a better frame of mind going forward. Next up in this journaling process, I'll write down a little bit of everything. I'll write down the date and time, I'll write down how I'm feeling, I'll write down how exactly I'm progressing with my goals, really anything at all. There is nothing specific for this next part of the journaling practice. Then on top of that, I'll write down a few things I'm thankful for and some affirmations. And this is extremely helpful, and I can't recommend this enough because, again, it just puts you in a better frame of mind mind and really blocks out all negative thoughts that you are having, and you start to focus more on yourself and how you feel about yourself rather than what everyone else thinks of you. Second to last, after I'm done journaling, I'll actually go and read for a half hour. I really like doing this first thing in the morning because it makes sure I get some sort of reading in every single day. A lot of times I do read more than just this half hour, but on days I've noticed when I don't read, sometimes the day gets away from me and I don't have time to necessarily sit down and read for an extended period of time, and I might not end up reading at all. So I make sure by just reading first thing in the morning, in addition to helping me turn my brain on and get my thoughts flowing even more, it makes sure I get at least some reading in throughout the day. As I've talked about, I do want to read at least 100 books this year, and I'm really making a lot of progress on that, guys. I'm over 50 books so far. We're not even halfway through the year, and I'm gonna make a video once I hit that 100 book mark about how I'm reading so many of these books so fast. Then the last thing I will do is I'll get some sort of exercise in, always outside. So normally I run in the morning. The distance depends on how I'm feeling. I don't really have a structure right now. Sometimes it might be 2 miles, sometimes it might be 12 miles. It literally all depends. If it is a rest day and I'm not running, I will just go out and walk for a couple of miles because exercise is really important in so many ways. There have been studies done that show exercise can have an extreme effect on people when it comes to depression and anxiety, and sunlight too. Sunlight is always super important for a number of reasons. Again, from battling these demons you may have inside you to making sure your circadian rhythm is on point. And usually once I get back from this run or this walk and I have this sunlight in me and I've accomplished all of these things and I've really worked on myself, I really am ready to start the day and I feel motivated and ready to go. And this is the morning routine I've been using for quite a while now. Is it possible I change this over time? Absolutely. I feel a morning routine is never 100% perfect and set and done. But for now, I really enjoy it. I feel like this is a very healthy morning routine, both mentally and physically, and it allows me to work effectively and efficiently at extremely high levels. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and comment down below what you do with your morning routine. I'm always looking to make tweaks to mine, so definitely leave a comment down below. And again, final thoughts. I really think a morning routine is something that should not be taken for granted. I feel like there is a priceless level of value in a good morning routine. So make sure you take a little bit of time for yourself each morning and each day to really focus on yourself and get yourself ready for the day. And I promise you, you're not going to regret it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.